Good morning.
Happy Stitch Along Friday.
Yeah.
And
Happy belated St. Patrick's Day.
we're a day late.
We're a day late.
But that happens.
Well, that's right.
When we are not here on the very day, we have to do it as close as possible to the calendar day of the celebration.
Yeah.
So we are now Cindy Lou at what was it called? The show?
The Grinch,
The
who
Grinch.
stole
That's right.
Christmas. Cindy Lou Who.
Cindy Lou. I kind of feel like her today too. Oh, Lorraine, you're here. That's so nice to see you. I hope you're feeling good.
Exactly. Good morning, Lorraine. I'm having problems speaking.
Everyone is Irish.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, actually, Richard is Irish. And I was saying to him yesterday, Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
And he says, I'm sorry, I'm not drinking right now. So it's just like an ordinary day.
An ordinary day.
I think you have to, like I saw it on the news last night, there were people drinking Bushmills and Irish whiskey and Guinness, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Good heavens. Thanks, Norma.
Yeah.
And thanks, Loretta. Hi, it's bright and sunny here. That's very
nice.
Good. Oh,
73. That's a nice temperature.
I think we should go visit Loretta.
Loretta, yes.
Yeah, exactly. A good morning from sunny Maryland. We're at 70. And top of the morning to you. Thanks, Tricia. Same to you. Hi from sunny Florida and from Dallas. Wow, it's amazing how many people come here from all over the place. Yeah, I would say majority of people are coming from the U.S.
Yes.
Or and Canada, I guess.
Yeah.
But still, we're getting many people from elsewhere, including our first guest.
Absolutely. Lorraine coming, from Australia.
Not just Australia.
Western Australia.
Exactly. Farther away.
Yeah, farther away, yeah.
I hope everyone is feeling good. Oh, that's wonderful. Hi, Donna from sunny Chile. Oh, yep. I know. There's been all these rivers. They call them atmospheric rivers now.
Yeah, new term, right?
Yeah, and it used
in the
to
last
be.
Year.
I loved my old name, or the old name for it, which was the Pineapple Express. And to us, that meant that we were getting a bit of tropical.
That's right.
Kind of atmosphere.
Warmth but wet.
Somehow the atmospheric river just doesn't have the same.
It doesn't have the right flow to it.
No, it doesn't have that tropical feel. Morning.
Although it is pretty nice out there this morning, even though it's kind of misty and foggy.
Yeah, as I said to Richard, I grew up here, as did you. He grew up back east. We call that back east, in Quebec, Ontario, sort of on the border there. And it's always like it's not as often cloudy, and it's also not as often rainy there.
Yeah.
So I said, but this is where I grew up. This is the weather.
That's right. Exactly. I kind of like this weather. I don't like it cold.
No, but if it's sunny, I feel like, we have to celebrate or something because it's not that
a
usual.
Rare occasion.
Except in the summer.
Yes, that's true.
In the summer, we get enough of it. Dorothy Wendell, we look like Martians.
Oh.
Oh, that's better than Cindy Lou Who.
I like Cindy Lou Who, though.
This is very cute.
Except was hers green? I don't think hers were green.
No, I don't think so. Hello, Margaret Andrew. Good to see you from Peterborough. And
Patricia, good morning.
Yeah. Elizabeth, hello. You're almost at lunchtime? Not quite. You got a half hour, I think. Yeah. So good to see you. Linda Bazarski, happy belated. Exactly. Yeah. That's what we said too. And I'm so glad it's a lovely spring day because that's what we're hoping for too. I've been looking at the outside and we have a lot of bunnies.
Yes.
And I've been noticing that they've been coming out lately.
Yes. They have.
The very first year we were here, that, Richard and I moved into this place and we set up the Victoria Sampler almost right away. So Lisa was here too.
Yes, I was.
The very first year, I couldn't believe it. On Sunday morning, it was all quiet everywhere. And there was tulips in the yard and there cherry trees blossoming, magnolia trees. This was like all here already. And the bunnies were like hopping all over the yard. I died and gone to heaven.
Yeah.
Easter morning. Thank you, Carrie Krause. We try to be adorable.
We try.
Good morning, Pat Henke. Good to see you too. Quilter P. Lewis. Hello. You're in vacation. On vacation?
In the UK.
That's exciting. It's nice to be able to get away from it all.
And she's stitching away, so that's always nice too.
Awesome. On vacation. I wonder where you went in the UK, because the UK is fairly, there's a lot of people there.
Well, there are a lot of people, yes.
Agne, greetings
Yeah.
from Ukrainia, Lithuania. I don't know why I said Ukrainia because that's been on my mind.
Oh.
So
Mm-hmm.
I hope things are going well for you in
Mm-hmm.
Lithuania. And I'm so glad you're here. Fiona from Haddington. Look at that. It's got a little flag there, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, Haddington flag, maybe.
I don't know.
I've never seen a flag like that. Is that the St. Andrew's cross, maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah, it
Mm-hmm.
could be. Yeah,
It's
that's
kind of.
probably Scots.
I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see
It's
that far
dark
away.
blue and light blue or
Yeah.
white on
Yeah.
top. Good morning, Gina Williams. Good to see you too. So, what are we doing this morning?
I'm trying to wake up, but that's not par for the course for me for
Yeah,
first thing in the morning. But this morning I feel particularly more tired for some
really?
reason.
Probably because,
Hmm.
you had to come to work again.
Actually, I think what it was is I was up stitching until about 20 to 12 last night. So
What? Okay, then you wonder why.
probably why. And I was up, and the alarm hadn't gone off, but I thought, oh, what time is it? And it's 10 after 6. It's like, why couldn't I just wake up 20 minutes later?
Yes, exactly. And that would have made all the
It
difference.
would have made 20 minutes?
But it sounds to me like you got 6 hours of sleep.
Yeah, that's right.
And I got 4.
Oh, well.
So I think I should be tireder.
You're ahead of me.
When it comes time for naps today, which bed are you going to use?
Well, I was hoping there'd be one underneath my desk, but
I think I can get you a
air
mattress, or I think we have a foam mattress you could use, and I can bring you some blankies.
The problem is by lunchtime I perk up and then I'm not feeling tired anymore. So
I know you're just not a morning person at the best of times.
At the best of times,
that's okay.
Right. I'm more of a morning person than my husband and my sister, however. But.
Well, thank you. Everyone now knows what you are. So,
I know.
You've confessed.
I've complained enough.
Quilter Lewis is in Southwest London, in the Surrey area. Oh, okay. So you are not northern. You're more in the southern end of things. Thank you, Pat Henke.
Yeah.
Jean Morrison, good morning from Atlanta.
Thunderstorms.
I love thunderstorms.
Yeah, we don't see them that often.
No, we don't get them. We get them maybe once a year if we're lucky.
Yeah, if we're lucky.
And the flag looks Scottish, says Quilter P. Lewis. And yes, Fiona said, it is in beautiful Scotland.
Very
we got
nice.
it right. Love Scotland. Thunderstorm starting now. Yay! Go out and watch it, Pat. Yeah. You can listen to us while you're watching the thunderstorms.
And exciting. Hopefully the power doesn't go out. So I
remember being in Florida teaching one time, teaching needlework, and I was in the middle of Florida, and apparently they get thunderstorms there all the time. And first it didn't just pour, it bucketed down in just sheets of really hard rain. And then all of a sudden, the whole sky lit up with light. I mean, this is major thunderstorm. And I got a little kind of scared, a couple of times because it was really it didn't stop.
And we don't see them, so we're not used to that.
No, exactly. Anyway, it was exciting.
It was exciting. Yes. I think the major thunderstorm that sticks in my head around here was when I first started working for you, and we sat out on your balcony at the old place and watched it roll over Victoria.
That was so fun because we had an old place, so to speak, which was up on a very high hill overlooking all of Victoria. It was a beautiful place, but it was rented, and so I ended up buying this one. But at that time, the view was so amazing, and see it coming from far away and then coming towards us, that was something.
It was something else, It was fork lightning, which we never really see.
Were we drinking at
that
time?
I don't think we were drinking.
Darn.
It was first thing in the morning. It was like 10 o'clock. I don't think we weren't drinking.
No, we have been known to have a drink now and then.
But I don't think we were. I think we were drinking coffee or tea.
Probably. Yeah, it was great fun. Back in the old days when we weren't completely snowed in with work, because that's what's happening these days. It is also about Victoria Sandwich, not just our personal lives.
That's right. But sometimes it's good to talk about personal lives. But
well, I'm tired from the time change, says Dorothy Wendell. Tommy is loading groceries.
Oh.
Way to go. And it looks to me like you're going to Michael's, which is, one of our favorite places to go.
Very nice.
And just Amy dropping by.
Yeah.
Not Bill. Hello, Amy.
Hi,
Good
Amy.
to see you. I know it's hard when you're both using the same account, but it's a good thing because then you both know what you're doing.
Absolutely.
It's a good thing. Anyway, we have a little frog sitting beside us who is our
mascot today.
That's right, because he's green.
And
but
then,
we each have one of them as well.
That's right.
Just to keep away the frogs,
the frogs.
Which means that we're not going to get any errors on our needlework today.
If only that would happen.
It does. Actually, I think I've taken out my last needlework, I don't know how many times. 4 times?
Yeah, I seem to be reverse stitching myself a couple of times.
Well, it's
yesterday.
a good thing though. If you don't like it, just take it out, put it in again. I mean, it is possible to do it fairly quickly. Well, how do you rip out your needlework?
Oh, you know me.
I don't.
Take it out.
Oh, for goodness sake!
I'm not a cutter. I
take those little embroidery scissors and I just go along in the back or in the front, and then I take my tweezers and I take all the little bits out. That goes really fast. Yeah. But you have to be extremely careful.
Yes.
That you don't slip your scissors underneath actual linen, which I have done before.
Yeah, you have.
And then I've had to repair it. So, no, I didn't do that today. A seam ripper actually works really well too.
It would, yes.
Because I've done that before. As long as your stitches aren't that tight, you can pretty much get under them. If you have a fairly small seam ripper, you can just gently go through all of them that way. Yeah. It's a good idea, especially if
it would be faster than, using the needle and
pulling.
But, yes, and pulling. Yeah.
Well, you know what I do when I have that needle and you're pulling each one out, which I've done before. I mean, it's not like I don't do it, but when I have done that, I have often flipped my needle so that, and then it leaves my hand and I never find it again.
Funny you should say that because I was doing that just, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, but anyways, and then I went, where's that damn needle?
Exactly.
It was just here.
Yes, I know. It flips right out.
Yeah.
So I've decided that, little of that is possible.
Yes.
And then if I do bring it up a little bit, I do the rest with my hands so that I'm not flipping my needle out.
Needle, yes.
It's hard to find a needle, when you sit on it and stuff. It's very difficult.
Well, you do find it when you sit on it, though. But not very good.
No. Thank you, Jean Inglis. We are very belated, but still St. Patrick's Day celebrating. And we figured that, tonight we can have our, what is it? Our whiskey sours just whiskey.
Or Irish coffees.
And Irish coffees. Now there's a good idea.
That's what I was thinking. That would wake me up.
We should have had one right now. Now, you'd think that I was talking about drinking all the time.
And you're not a drinker.
I know. I never drink.
You don't drink at all.
No.
And I very seldom drink.
So don't get the wrong idea.
We are not drinkers.
No, but we used to be.
Yes.
Sorry, when we were very, very young.
That's true. Yes, very true.
Yeah, then you did what everybody else did. You try to get along. And oh my goodness, I didn't like those headaches at all. Those are terrible.
No.
It looks to me like Gina Williams is here. Remember the first year I drove to FL, Florida, from Virginia for my first stitching under the Oaks retreat. That's right. As I hit the Florida state line, it started to rain so hard. Exactly.
Yeah.
It was scary there.
Absolutely.
Right, especially where stitching under the Oaks was. Hell, it was right in the center of Florida. So
around Orlando, wasn't it?
Just a little west of Orlando. Gina Williams says, speaking of frogging, I'm doing that right now.
Oh.
How are you doing it, Gina? Are you like taking what Lisa does? And she
one
takes
stitch at a time.
One stitch at a time, slowly taking it out? Or do you cut them? It really depends on how you feel about wasting thread.
True.
Because I don't care.
Yeah. No.
I figure my time and my energy is worth cutting out thread, unless you don't have any more thread. If it's like short, if you don't have too much thread.
But normally I'm only doing like a couple of stitches. I'm not doing big stretches.
Yeah, I have to do big stretches to test things out, right? Actually, I'll just show you. I'm not going to show you the whole thing as I go.
Yeah.
But this is the beginning part of the drum pincushion. And what I did there on the edge there, whoops, there you go, is I did a whole bunch of little trials because you have to see what color green you're going to use, right? Turned out I wasn't going to use any one of those.
Yeah. None of those greens work.
But anyway, excuse me. But anyway, so that's how I design too, is I take big sections, I put it next to others colors, And I go, no, I have to take it out. So I have
Yeah.
to take out big swatches
Mhm.
sometimes. Dorothy was going to begin stitching the quilting bee, but now I came across a welcome sampler.
What to do?
Okay, everyone, tell Dorothy what to do.
Welcome sampler, because it doesn't take that long to do.
Or quilting bee.
Yeah.
So you think welcome sampler.
Yeah.
Well, everyone can tell Dorothy what they think she should do because she asked. So we would just want some brainstorming here. Which one do you think she should do? I mean, obviously it's up to you, Dorothy.
Yeah.
It'll be a very difficult choice because they're both very pretty. Margaret Andrews says, oh boy, I have the flying needles sent a whole lot.
I know when you go, oops, I think I've lost a needle. and the husband goes, oh, okay.
And that panicky look starts happening. It's true.
He always says, well, I hope you find it. And I go, I do too.
Katrina Middleton says, good morning. You both look delightful.
Oh,
I love the Cindy Hulu look. That's true. We don't quite look like her in body, but we've got the idea up top.
Or the eyelashes and the eyes.
Wouldn't that be lovely if we had those eyelashes? Loretta Mankowski O'Neill says, my husband made Irish coffee last night. He said it was good. I don't drink coffee. Did you just have the Irish part?
Did you like the Irish part? Yes, that's what I was thinking too.
Patricia says, I have a needle attached to a fob that... Okay, wait a minute. She's going to say the rest of it maybe a little later. No. But in any case, you've got it attached to a fob, so then it doesn't get lost, basically, right? Your needle has got a thing on it. That would drive me crazy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But...
I think I've seen the counting needles.
Oh, okay. So you use you use a fob needle just for pulling out. Okay, that makes sense. Then you can always find it. Especially
I think that's a great idea, and I do have one of those. It just hangs in my pincushion as decoration.
I think that's a great one. Use that tool.
Absolutely.
Patricia, thank you. Brilliant. Jean says, you caught me out because you're an hour early.
Oh.
I know. This daylight saving thing just drives everybody crazy.
It does. I was just going to say, maybe that's why I'm feeling tired today.
But it happened last weekend.
I know, but I haven't caught up yet.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm using it.
You're using it?
Excuse.
And that's it?
Yeah.
Okay, you got it. Vicki Fisher, happy St. Pat's. Thank you. Sorry it's windy in El Paso. I love El Paso. Gail Stetler, top of the morning to you. Gail, it's nice to see you. Very nice. I'm glad to see that you are also here. Kathleen says, I usually frog one stitch at a time. But not always. Exactly. Hi, Gina. I'm doing Lisa's method. I'm afraid of cutting the linen. I'm not saving the thread. Oh, okay. Just afraid of cutting the linen. I get it. Yeah. They also have these scissors that have a little bit of a bend in them.
They do, yeah.
But then you can't get underneath. So it's tough. I'm with Lisa. One frog stitch at a time.
Yeah.
I rarely S. So that's okay. It'll come. Patricia says, "Oops, I only use for frogging."
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Aw, that's so nice. And it says, "Hi, Jane. I miss you." Where's Jane? Where's Jane? There she is. Miss you too. That's cute. Okay, hello from Phoenix. A bright sunny day. I finished Lavender Hearts.
Oh, very nice.
Congratulations, Tedra.
I enjoyed stitching that one. I love the colors, the lavender and the green of it.
I think you probably posted it, right? I haven't yet looked at this week's posts. I usually go through all of them at one time because I find it difficult to find any other time, and I just get lost in it. Yeah. So I have to actually set aside an hour.
Absolutely. It consumes a lot of time.
It does if I let myself get
involved.
Oh gosh, you guys are all so amazing, and all of the things that you're doing. I could just, and even just in our chat group. Yeah. I can spend hours and hours. So definitely. I'm so glad that you did that. And she's going to do the sampler pincushion and needle roll a few weeks ago. Oh, already done it. Okay, good.
Birthday package. Very nice.
She will love that.
Oh, Lorraine says quilting bee.
Oh, there you are. There is an answer there. Okay. She wants you to do the quilting bee. Is it happy birthday to Donna?
Happy birthday, Donna.
Donna, congratulations. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, you don't want me to sing it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Donna.
Happy birthday to you.
I'm so glad that you said that, Viv. Thank you.
Thanks, Viv.
Super. And yes, I hope you have a great day today. If it's your birthday today, I hope you have a wonderful day. You deserve every nice thing that happens to you. Gina says, Dorothy, why not do both? You can switch back and forth. Ah, so diplomatic, Gina. That's a great idea, too. Marty says, Thea, do you have your blessing cards handy? Yes, I think I need one or two today. Okay. I will get my angel cards out. I think we need to do one or two today. Smart idea.
I think so.
Karen Krause says she should work on both.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but Dorothy, you've got your work cut out for you. That's what WIPs are all about.
That's true. That's true.
If not, maybe next week. No, that's good. We'll do it today. I got them right here.
Yeah.
Mary says shared a green mint shake from Arby's.
Ooh,
yesterday,
nice.
I guess. Good. I frog with a seam ripper very carefully. See, that does work. Yeah. Those seam rippers are really good because they don't actually cut your linen thread as easily as a pair of scissors does. That's true. But my Hardanger scissors are so nice and sharp. I can just do it really quickly.
And you're used to it, too.
I am. I got really used to it. And I have made some mistakes, so I understand. I've gone through the trial by fire, so I'm very careful with them. Oh, you're welcome, Donna. That's so cute. Gamma says happy birthday. Okay, so everyone, you only get, let's see. First of all, I think what we're going to do is one specifically for Marty, because it looks like you really need an angel card. Okay. So that doesn't necessarily mean that no one else can take this angel card to themselves, but I'm going to do two today. One specially for Marty and one for everyone else, like everyone else. Okay, there you go. Well, you won't be able to see, so it's okay.
I know. There we go.
Marty.
Go with your intuition. Yeah.
I hope that helps. Mm-hmm. It's actually a really good one.
It's a really good one.
If you're in any trouble whatsoever, or any kind of situation you're in, follow your heart. Yeah. I mean, that's what I think intuition is.
Absolutely.
Knowing what it is you want. Mm-hmm. Look inside. And it looks to me like this is for the rest of you. Okay. One more.
All right. Let's see.
They don't want to come. Watch out. You're getting most of them.
Well, maybe I need all of them today. Pause in peace and ask for guidance.
What does it say? Pause in peace. Mm-hmm. Wow. And then go with your intuition for you specifically, Marty. Yeah. And ask for guidance. Oh, that is just, it's good perfect.
Good one.
It's also perfect for today's situations. So as we all know, these things are going on. We're all aware of them. Yeah. But this is not our forum for talking about them. But yes, pausing for peace.
Yeah.
And asking for guidance. Those are essential to keep our equilibrium and our balance. Thank you for suggesting that. That actually got me off on a much better start.
Oh, this is good.
I feel much more peaceful.
Yep. Actually, I also don't feel as tired.
There you go.
So.
Thank you. I hope they are very good for all of you. You're welcome, Dorothy Wendell. I love them too.
Me too.
Okay, so we are now going to be working on, showing you some of our models that we have not shown you yet this year.
Yes.
We've shown you before, but we have not shown you yet this year. And Lisa's keeping total track of all our models now.
Exactly. At least I hope I haven't showed them this year.
I don't think so.
Because I don't check that sheet until afterwards.
She writes them on the sheet. And then the next week, you don't check the sheet.
Before I pull the next ones.
Before you pull all the next ones?
No, I don't. No.
I think maybe
they're a little backwards.
Yeah, I think maybe the other way around.
Yeah, that might be good. In the future, yes.
Okay, what does your frog have? My frog has some wonderful, and by the way, there's no technique of the week this week, because this week our stitch along doesn't have a specific technique except mainly cross stitch.
Yeah.
So that I will give away, and that will show you why we are showing things that have to do mainly with cross stitch, but some other things too.
Absolutely.
And I think that one might be first.
Which?
The far one.
The far one?
Yeah, because we're still wearing our headgear. I have no idea how long I'm going to keep this in.
No, very true. And this is appropriate for this time of year.
It is.
Yeah.
Thank you for grabbing it.
You're welcome.
Try and see if I can't get any reflections in it. So this one's called
Green Earth.
Green Earth.
I love the green of this one.
Me too. It's got all various greens, but really more on the Kelly green side.
Definitely.
So it's very appropriate for a belated St. Patrick's Day. Look at that Bargello just greening up everything. And actually, there's so many wonderful stitches in this one. I love those little trees. And the pulled thread hem stitching. You see that down just below the trees there? There's pulled thread and hem stitching at the same time. And the same thing happens up here. Oh, sorry, I'm getting the reflection again. And then there's a variety of eyelets and all sorts of wonderful textures and colors of green and white. The Green Earth is part of a set of elements, we call them, an element series. And one year I remember thinking to myself as I was driving up island to visit my mom, who lived in Qualicum, I was just rounding a hill, just going up over a hill, and I saw Nanaimo, which is up island from us. I saw Nanaimo spread out below me and the ocean just in the far distance, and it was the bluest sky ever. So all I saw was a little bit of Nanaimo and mostly blue. And I thought, oh, wouldn't it be wonderful to do a sampler in blues and whites and, you know, have that be that feeling of airiness. And water in particular, and that's when I did crystal waters.
Right.
So I thought, well, you know, it's so fun to do this. I'll get maybe different colors, and then the element series kind of developed, and each one of them has their own color. And Green Earth is obvious.
Yes.
It's about and it's actually very eco-friendly right now. Doing Green Earth, it's very appropriate for someone who is committed to increasing the green earth and saving our planet that way from disaster.
Absolutely.
Doris says, I've done Green Earth. It was a delight to stitch. I also did the fire and water, but I'm stuck on air. That crazy window.
Yeah.
Isn't it true? It's my fault, you know. I just want you to know, Doris.
Yeah.
That was bad designing.
That was a tricky Hardinger section.
And it isn't it isn't right. Like it should have been done better so that you wouldn't have to worry about threads flipping out. And I can't quite remember, the windows were slightly off as well. They weren't square.
Yeah, they weren't square. You know, you had two narrow ones on the side, and then the one in the middle, I think, is larger.
So as you're doing that one, do a little bit at a time. Make sure you do your weaving nice and tight so that you really hold on to those fabric threads. And I apologize for making that one so impossible. It's actually, it should be done again. I think I should do fresh air again.
No, there's an idea. You could do another fresh air.
Yeah. And have it sort of the same kind of thing. But air was also difficult with regard to color.
Yeah.
Like, what do I do? Fresh air is nothing. There's no color.
Yes.
Because it's fresh.
Yeah. That's right.
So that was really tough. Doris says, would it be okay to use something from one? Of course it would be. In fact, that would be appropriate. Make sure it's the same size. But yeah, I certainly hope that that works for you. I would not do those windows again, ever. I'm so embarrassed. So that's why I don't really mention them or go after them very much.
The fresh air one,
But the other three are actually really, really cool.
There.
Anyway, so that was the first model.
Yes, it was.
And I really like nodding.
You like nodding?
Yes.
Because they kind of bounce around.
Okay. And what's the next one? Oh, that one.
You want this one?
Yeah.
Well, this is kind of a cute one. Oops.
This is actually for spring because it's about the early bird catching the worm.
There we go.
We've had it back here for quite a long time, and I really like this one because it's completely silly and it's not my usual at all.
It's whimsical.
It's whimsical. It's folk arty in a kind of a European way, not even in a colonial or Americana way. It's like just a weird bird grabbing the early worm. I do like the bottom very much, and I love the colors in the whole thing. The bird itself could have had a shorter neck. You know, this is just me. I mean, when you do something in needlework and you look at it afterwards, sometimes you can get a little critical, and that's me being critical because I'm thinking, okay, if you didn't have such a short neck, I probably would have liked the bird better. However, it is what it is. So this one is mainly cross stitch, as you can see. So a lot of it is cross stitch. Even the flowers, which I normally would have done with what? Silk ribbon or something. Silk ribbon,
lazy daisy.
Other stitches anyway, yeah. So there's that one.
There's that one.
Are we going to do all of the rest?
We are, but we're going to say goodbye, Elizabeth. Have a good weekend.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
Yep.
Lunch is over. Bye. Thank you, Karen. I love the bird neck and all. Thank you. I guess I was a little fishing a little bit. I thank you. I can't tell you how much that means to me. For some reason, it struck me the other day. I thought, well, it's not a goose. What are you doing? or maybe it's just a weird bird that I dreamed up.
Whimsical bird.
Exactly. Okay, so we're going to show all these at one time. These are last year's, was it last year?
Probably a couple of years ago, I think you started.
Year and a half?
Yeah.
Anyway, we kind of finished them, and I know we showed them last year quite a bit because we love them.
They're really cute.
They're really totally cute. Yes, and they go together.
Yes.
And the finishing is half the battle. And Lisa did an amazing job finishing these, and these are mostly cross stitch. So here are 4 models that go together. These are our cottages, as you probably all know already. And they come in totally different colors, so even the bows kind of go in differently. Actually, we should change one for the other like that. There and there. Now we can kind of do that.
They're not so much the same.
Yeah, exactly. So we have, let's see, we have Northwoods Cottage, French Country Cottage.
Yeah.
We have Thatch Cottage and Victorian Cottage.
Absolutely.
And I hope you like all of these. These are fun.
Yeah.
They are totally fun. They are small, but they are fun. So I hope that you love these as much as we do. We certainly, actually, we have these patterns out on the website, and they have gone like crazy.
They've done really well.
Yeah. A lot of people really like them. Partly because I don't do small things that much that only have cross stitch.
Yes.
So I think it had a wider audience. That's all.
I think they'd be cute as a bell pull sewn together.
Hey, never thought of that. Or in one frame.
Or one frame.
Wow.
Yeah, a pillow.
Yes, they can be in one pillow or
one
all
pillow
little pillows.
Or little pillows. There's lots of things you can do with them.
I think they're a bit too big for Christmas ornaments, though. Don't you think?
Yes.
Yes, because they're about, what, 3 inches by...
Something like that.
Close to 4 by 4, something like that. Yeah, anyway. Carol Reed says, I have 2 done and 2 more to go.
Yeah.
Way to go, Carol. That's great. Did you already put a picture up of the ones you have done? Probably have, right? On our chat group, I mean. So that was it. And then we have one more that I was going to show you. I think that we'll leave that one.
Okay.
No offense. I know you pulled it out on purpose.
Yeah.
But next week we have some other things that are also the same.
I'll leave it there right now.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yes. And you guys don't know what I'm talking about, but you will next week. And this one is also full of cross stitch, but also many, many other stitches. And it's really appropriate for this time of the year. And we are putting it on the list, and we're not showing it again for the whole rest of the year if we have any others that we haven't shown yet. What's this one called, Sweetie Pie?
It's Ravenhill, a herb farm.
So grow herbs, and there they are, all the herbs in the gardens. And you know how they are. Herbs have these tiny gardens full of them. Love that. And so grow herbs and harvest love, with a little sheep at the side as well. There is a farm around here called Ravenhill. I don't think it looks like this, but it's always given me this feeling. And I think that I kind of made a imagination kind of farm, except the top, they do have a cottage like that on the property, which I just absolutely love as well. It's an older one, but it really stands the test of time. And I think that if I had done this on a brighter color, it would really show up.
Yeah.
Probably a pale green would be really cool.
Yeah.
Or maybe even off-white. I'm not sure. No, maybe not off-white. No, because of the white cottage. But obviously light blue would work because it would be kind of like the sky in some of these things. But then around here, you'd want to have it in the green. So I don't know, but it could be a different color. It's just lovely.
And this is the one that we're...
This is the one that we're...
Auctioning off.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. I have to. My blushing
Yeah,
is going up.
you're
Okay.
okay.
So you just talk for a minute.
Talk for a minute while the
Yes.
blushing goes down.
Yes. So what's happening with this one?
It's going to be an auction. Our auction for this week is Ravenhill Herb Farm, and it's this particular piece right here. And Taya can't stop laughing.
I totally forgot.
And it'll be available later on today.
Yes, it will. I promise.
Yeah.
I won't forget. That's for sure. Anyway, that was so funny because you started to sort of say, and here I thought it was just a model.
Yeah, no, it's not just a model. We put it there for a reason.
So this one will be on the auction definitely this week. And actually, you and I picked it. So it's not like I wouldn't have known that. But
other things came in.
Right, and you get older and you forget certain things. Beautiful pieces, says Loretta. Thank you. And Ann does too. And Mary says, I love the bell pull idea with the cottages.
It would be really cute, wouldn't it?
I do too. Yes, because they're all exactly the same size.
Exactly the same size. And if you sewed a little material around them and did it that way, that would frame them out a little bit. Would look really cute.
I can just see you doing that.
Yes. I also like the blocks
too.
I know.
I like the blocks as well. Anyway, so those are all the models that we have. I can't believe that we had so many today. Goodness, is there anything else that we need to talk about around here?
No,
I don't think so, right? We have the stitch along. I know that. We have the stitch along pattern, which I'm going to upload so that you can download them in a few minutes, and that will be good. I was wondering if any of you have, I have a question. Sometimes I have a number of questions sitting here, and I was wondering if you all could answer this one. By the way, not everybody answered Dorothy which one she should stitch first. So I'm a little disappointed in the answers here.
Yeah. Dorothy's even more confused than what she was before. So,
Thank you all. Lisa suggested the welcome sampler. Lorraine suggested the Goldie Man, and a couple of other kind ladies both. I was confused as ever, but I know I can't make a bad choice. Thank you, Dorothy. So I was wondering if there was anything that inspires you when you're looking for needlework. Is there like one kind of theme that just inspires you? I want to do that. I want to do that kind of thing. Like some people are really fond of Christmas designs. It doesn't matter in what form, if it's a pincushion or if it's and they just do a lot more Christmas designs than they do other kinds. And some people really like, I think Sue Donnelly is one of those people, stitch seasonally. So when it's like spring, you want something that's spring-like. Yes. And summer, it's summer. And some people like stitching one thing all year round. Is there any particular kind of stitching that really inspires you? In other words, a theme that you say, no matter what, I would always, doesn't matter when it is, I would always want to stitch something about that theme. So if you have any answers, that would be really good. Because I personally have a certain kind of theme in mind for every sampler I design, but it may not always be the kind of theme that fits with the seasons, each particular season and or anyone's particular decoration scheme in their homes, right? Because, or gift ideas or whatever. So I was wondering if there was like a general thing that you would always stitch, no matter what. What about you?
Well, I do tend to stitch season oriented, like colors for the season. Like right now I'm working on the Easter egg hunt, which I started last year, and I only worked on it in the spring. So that's what I tend to do. That. Yeah, but I also like to work the whole series. Like I've done most of the farm samplers.
Oh, okay.
And I've done the Celebrate and of course Easter egg hunt. So the next one I'll probably do is Trick or Treat.
Right, that'll be perfect, appropriate time.
Absolutely, because then I'll start it in the fall. So that's kind of what I do, yeah.
When you have some kind of an inspiration, it's usually associated with the time of the year that you're stitching.
Absolutely, and I'm also, right now I have to say I've got, 4 frames on the go.
Oh.
I might have other things, but I've got a Grateful Heart that I'm working on. And
now that's pretty generic, isn't it? It's not anything to do. That's all year round.
Yes, actually. It's all year round, but I started it in February.
Right.
Of the colors were pink and all that kind of stuff.
Interesting. So you associate that with Valentine's Day.
I guess so. I guess so. And of course a heart, that type of thing.
Yeah.
And I started Old McDonald's Farm January 1st because I thought, well, once I did Easter, then I can get back to Old McDonald's Farm and it'll
Okay.
still be spring.
Those
Yeah,
are a good reasoning.
yeah.
And actually, when I really think about it, the theme that I think is totally wonderful all year round is love, really. And a lot of my
Absolutely.
samplers are about
love.
that very,
Yeah.
very thing. And I have a funny feeling that the next thing that I'm going to be looking for intuitively is peace. And I think that that little angel card kind of brought that home.
Yeah.
The word peace itself is already brings everyone feeling good, right? And if it's not happening in the world right now, we can perhaps focus on it as stitchers, because it does tend to change the world if we have good feelings in our system. So definitely. I don't know, maybe the peace theme would be awesome anytime.
Yes, anytime, absolutely.
Really nice. Okay, here we go. I love the seasons theme. Oh, here we go. Tedra. Oh, goodness. There's a whole bunch of people. Thank you.
Yeah. A little more up.
Smalls are my favorite. I like to. Okay, Agni.
Yeah.
I just like trying new things, though it appears I obsess over a technique.
Okay.
Technique yearly. Yes, I understand. So 1 year you do hem stitching, 1 year you do.
Absolutely. Harding
or whatever.
Ribbon embroidery.
Exactly.
The lady likes gazebos.
Does she?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, exactly.
Pat said turn the cottage into little coasters.
That'll be good because it's a set of 4, right? That's usually the amount of coasters we have. Donna says smalls are my favorites, and I ran out of
wall space.
That's really good because there's a lot of small things. I don't know about you, but I do enjoy doing small things. And they're finished. Yeah. And then you can make them into something pretty. Yeah. And you can put them in a basket and show them off anytime. Definitely. Love it. Yeah. Karen Krause says, I'm really a fan of autumn and Halloween designs. Yeah. However, I like to keep things interesting with pulled thread and specialty stitches. Your designs are right up my alley. Thank you, Karen. I have to remember that autumn and especially Halloween is not something that I approached very quickly, very often. No. I only started doing that in the last little while. Yeah. But that's a really good memory jogger for me. Thank you. Because, your Halloween designs that we have done very well. Actually, exceptionally well. Yeah. So thanks to you guys. Yeah, Trick or Treat, Stitched and Witches, Scary Stitches, and the Haunted House. Absolutely. The Haunted House as well. That's true. And Trick or Treat. Yeah, that you mentioned that. Sorry. Yeah, I did mention and that's all I have. So. Just the 4. I better get in there. But you also have like autumn ones, like Thanksgiving Sampler and yes, true. Autumn Box. I did try to go that way quite a bit. Thank you, Karen. I'm so glad that you told us about your autumn predilection. Deborah Brandt says nautical and ocean creatures. Yeah. I wonder what kind. Whales? Mermaids? I do have one design that says mermaid songs. Mermaid song. And you have a day at the beach that has mermaids on it. It does too. Yeah. That's right. Those are 2. And then there's the seaside garden. Yeah, that's right. I'm with you. Yeah. I love the ocean. It's right there too. Tropical ocean. Tropical ocean garden. Yeah. Yes. Jean Morrison, Halloween and Christmas. And that's the favorite thing to stitch for. Very good. Amy says spring, summer, fall, and winter. All on one piece. Okay. There aren't very many designs out there that do all of them in one. It's a good idea. Tedra says, I like to do seasonal pieces, but often I might want to do some specialty stitches, or I see a piece I think a friend would like, so I do it for a gift. Yeah. Several things. You just love things to stitch, it sounds like. And like you say, it depends on your mood. And on the mood. Not necessarily on the piece itself, just what it appeals to you inside yourself. And that's really how we go. Yes, definitely. Like if we decide on something that we want to do, it's usually what comes up in our emotions, right? If we have, like right now, I really want peace. So emotionally, I would rather work on something to do with that. Peaceful. Mary says, I love the seasons theme. Love cardinals and sheep. I'm also a Halloween nut. Oh. Yeah. Great. Patricia says, anything that has seascapes because of living on the East Coast. I know. I love that scenery there, Patricia. It is beautiful. And Anne says something, but unfortunately it didn't stick. So we'll wait and see if maybe you'll say it again. Further down, yeah. Yeah. Sue Donald says, when the words in the design remind me of happy times. Oh. Very, very childhood smart. Memory, absolutely. I think that that is
Mm-hmm.
probably why when you think of ideas for me to
Mm-hmm.
stitch, they are always so very universally
Mm-hmm.
loved. Because you came up with the Thanksgiving theme for me and a variety of other things, and they were
Mm-hmm.
you often said about childhood memories, and I think I
Yeah.
had childhood memories with regard to the gingerbread houses and
Yes.
all that
Yeah.
village because
Yeah.
I had this memory.
Yeah.
So I think that really makes a lot of sense, and thank you for that. Especially love roses, hearts, and flowers, says
Mm-hmm.
Dorothy, but I've stitched several Christmas sampler. And so did the people I gifted them
Yeah.
to. Gina Williams says, I tend to lean towards Halloween. So those
Yeah.
colors in Halloween are particular kinds of, like,
Mm-hmm.
they're very specific.
Yeah.
You know, there's almost always orange in them.
Yeah. And black.
And black and
Yeah.
purple
Yeah.
and
Rust.
yeah. So those autumn colors.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that that's why I have a difficulty because they're not the ones I genuinely
No,
gravitate
no, that's
towards.
right. Yes.
They're
Yeah.
softer, I guess. I don't know. They're kind of remind me of the end of the year. I don't know.
Yeah. You're more it's well, Christmas
I think
and
I'm thinking,
spring.
yeah, I'm thinking more
Yeah,
winter and spring.
spring, summer,
Yeah, and not so even so much summer,
summer.
but
No.
definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so that I was just wondering what was my season,
Yeah.
but it doesn't really matter because I have to do all the different ones. And Gina Williams says, I tend to lean towards Halloween, but I love so many different things. I'm a hot mess. I'm all over the place. So not much help here. By the way, I'm working on Fat Bat Cat, and he
Mhm.
is one of my
Yeah.
3 WIPs at this time, works in progress. So cute. Those that Kathy Jean did, they are just adorable. And if you love Halloween, hers has got a particular twist.
Yeah.
Each one of her
Yeah.
Halloween things has, she's got a great sense of humor,
Yeah.
for sure. Nancy Pritting says Easter small with
Mhm.
specialty stitches.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. And again, a small, and I think that means a needlework small, right? Like a pincushion
Mm-hmm.
or have I got
Scissor
that right?
case. Yeah.
Or a bag of some sort. And Johnson likes garden themes with flowers, of course. That makes total
Mm-hmm.
sense. Lynn says, I have that one on my list. I like to do small season things.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Margaret Andrews says, after years of only cross stitch lately, I'm really drawn to Hardanger and drawn work. White on white. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I've really been there for a long time.
And it's not around much anymore.
No.
They tone on tone.
It isn't.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, I put some tone on tone in every one of my samplers that
Mm-hmm.
has those
Mm-hmm.
stitches in them. I usually do those things, tone and tone. But then I know that the color also is attractive to people.
Absolutely.
So I don't usually just keep it at one tone.
Yeah.
I think White Christmas is pretty much the one that is completely white,
Yeah.
but it
Yeah.
doesn't have very much specialty stitches in it.
Yeah. Heirloom Wedding Sampler was another one
Yeah.
that was more texture
Yeah.
than.
Yep. Anyway, I know what you mean. Those are beautiful techniques, and
Mhm.
really working with them is very calming. And so
Yeah.
all you're looking at is technique and texture, like you
Yeah.
said, Lisa. That's right.
Mhm.
Teen English says, I love to do Harding embroidery. I tend to make Christmassy things.
Yeah.
Yeah, those contrasts in the red, green, and the white. I can do, and gold, lots of gold. Carol says, I like patriotic designs,
Mhm.
and I assume that's United States patriotic. Yeah,
Yeah.
great. Tanya Kelly says, hello everyone, I'm late today. Well,
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're here.
Yeah. Christmas, says Loretta.
Yes, I think that's
what does Jeanette say there?
Oh, wait a minute, sorry. Buenas tardes. I think it says, I like villas designs,
villas?
the
Mhm.
houses, I think,
Mhm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I think we are translating villa into house, I think, but it says villas there, so
Yes.
I assume
Yeah.
that you like little
Yeah,
houses.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then you'll love our cottages.
Little cottages, absolutely.
And Loretta loves Christmas, and Norma loves Halloween and Christmas the best. But on the side, I've been working on Asian designs. Oh, those are so
Geishas and kimonos,
elegant.
yeah. Mm-hmm. They are.
Japanese, Korean, Chinese, a whole bunch of beautiful designing and colors. Oh, and the silks they use. I don't blame you. That's a wonderful thing to be able to reproduce for yourself. It's such a departure from American or European, which is also different. Tanya says, I love the soft, wait a minute.
Right there.
Love the soft Christmas tones in your heirloom Christmas samplers. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Gail said, I love so many things to stitch. I just wish I could stitch faster.
It's not the truth, Gail.
Aw, Pat Henke, great big heart. Thank you. Jennifer Gowan says, hello, everyone. Love your headpieces.
Thank you.
I also like different things, like the gingerbread series. And Carol, that's so true, because that was really unique. It's something I don't think too many people have. In fact, I don't know too many other people who did them. I think just Nan did some gingerbread pieces after I started the Gingerbread Village. She has a tendency to do a little bit of copying.
She did some, were they mice?
Yep, she did some mice, and I did some mice too. So I thought, well, if she can copy, I can copy too.
Yeah. different way. Totally different.
Absolutely. Anyway, we have a small rivalry going on, and it's kind of fun too, because in the design world, sometimes things can get a little bit difficult because, you know, you see other people doing things, you might catch up with how other people are doing, and then it spills over into your imagination also. So it's not like, oh, I'm going to do exactly what that person did. No, it's just you look at it and you can't help but think, oh, that's so lovely. And then the next time you do something, it incorporates some of those ideas into your brain as well. Oh, I'm sorry, Pat Henke. Big heart to you. I like geometric designs. Brenda. So rather than any realistic kind of scenes or something, you want like where the square has got a lot of different, kind of like a mandala or stained glass windows, or something like that, something that's kind of even all the way around.
Celtic designs
maybe. Anyway, Carol also likes the gingerbread series. Thank you to everybody for all of your responses, because not only do I love it for my own sake, so that I can use all of the answers that you give and kind of absorb them and see what would be good for me to come and work on next, but also it gives me an idea where you're at, what kinds of things do other people really enjoy doing. And we've got a pretty good idea about what other people enjoy doing, but because you're always stitching Victoria's Sampler things, you may be not just Victoria's Sampler things is what I mean. It's also really good to see what other designs you like that I just don't have anything of. So it's kind of fun to find out. Quilt designs can be pretty. Exactly, Jennifer Gowan. Thank you. Well, that was a good question. And thank you for your interaction. It was great. How are you doing for the rest of the morning? What are you going to be doing now?
Oh, I think I have to run an errand.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
You don't think that errand is going to come to you?
I have a feeling not.
Oh.
But that's okay. I'll run the errand, and then I probably have more inventory to do. So.
Oh, there is some inventory, that's for sure.
I've been counting inventory this week.
Exactly.
I'm on buttons now.
Oh, that's kind of fun though, and it's kind of like.
I feel like I'm dispensing.
Yes, a pharmacist.
A pharmacy, yeah.
Mandala sound interesting, intriguing. Fits into the zen and peaceful feelings we're having today. Good point.
Definitely.
Actually, mandalas are really quite lovely. And they do exactly that. They focus your brain. Well, here is the stitch along pattern. And I know you're just sitting on the edges of your seat. This is only the beginning of the next section. And of course, next week will be the last part of April.
No,
March.
Last part of March.
Before April. I'm sorry. See how many mistakes I made today. Okay, here we go. Ready?
Ta-da!
Ta-da! So we already have a little pattern that has a swing, but this little swinger is a little bit different, and I think you're going to like what she's looking at in her little, as she's sitting in her little swing. So that's going to be the next part of our souvenir stitch along pattern. I hope you enjoy it. And don't forget, we're going to be auctioning off this one.
Ravenhill Herb Farm.
Ravenhill Herb Farm will be auctioned off, including this gorgeous frame. And honestly, the frame is beautiful.
It is a very nice frame.
It's perfect.
Definitely, yeah.
And so I hope that you can see that one pretty soon. And I guess it's almost time for us to say goodbye. What time is it? 10:24.
Yeah. Yeah, it's time.
Okay.
Yep.
We're going to say goodbye to everyone. I hope you have a great weekend. I know you're standing there with your hand
out. My hand up.
I just don't want to just say goodbye and then nothing. I wish you all the very best and all of the wonderful things that come to you and all of the people that are in your life. I hope they're healthy and that you take care of yourselves as well. Stitch a lot, Okay.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay.
See you next week.
Yeah. Until next week. Bye bye.
Bye bye.